In this video, we'll go over the SmartBorder Web Proforma Invoice module, also known as Commercial Invoice, this purple module here. This will be your main Proforma dashboard. You'll have access to any stored templates at the top here and any recent documents at the center of the screen. To start a new Proforma from this page, you have two options: Actions at the top left and New Proforma, or you can utilize the orange fob on the bottom right-hand corner, New Proforma. The system will prompt you to choose a company profile. Choose the profile you would like to use and click the Next button. This is your main Proforma screen in SmartBorder Web. Your statuses will always be at the top left-hand corner. You can see here, this is unposted. Header information will come in the center and to the far right. This is where your company info will default. This is where you'll enter your shipper reference number, as well as any other relevant information such as your state destination, mode of transportation, estimated date and time of arrival, your port of entry, your port description, any carrier or SCAT code you need to record, PAPS or master bill number, shipping quantities, weights, invoice number, or purchase order number. In the SmartBorder web system, anywhere there is one of these double square icons, it is a system-generated pick list. Once you click that icon, the system will generate a list for you to choose from. In this case, you're looking at the state lists for state of destination code. Your duty and fees billed to section comes into the far right here. This is where you'll be able to choose who your duties and fees are billed to. Again, system-generated pick list you can choose from. You'll also be able to enter your currency of value in here, your terms of sale, the reason for your export, as well as including any duty and brokerage fees here, and recording any contact information. Your party information will come in next. Your shipper to the far left here. Your shipper will default to the profile you chose when starting the Proforma. If that needs to change, you can manually enter your information by typing over this information, including the name, ID number, either an EIN or a social security number, your manufacturer ID, address, including your city, state, zip, and country. You'll also have access to utilize the Pick Party button and choose from your list of designated transaction parties. Seller information will come in the center here. If your seller happens to be the same as your shipper, the toggle will be green and the information will default to be the same as the shipper. If your seller happens to be different than your shipper, you can turn the toggle off and you can either manually enter your data in, again, name, ID number, address, city, state, zip, and country, or you can utilize the Pick Party button to choose from your list of designated transaction parties. Your manufacturer and supplier comes into the far right here. If your manufacturer or supplier is the same as your shipper, the toggle will default to green. You can leave as such, and you'll notice that the information has copied in, or you can turn the toggle off and utilize your Pick Party button to choose from your transaction party list. Your buyer comes in down to the far left here. You can manually enter this information in. Again, name, ID, address, city, state, zip, and country, or you can utilize your transaction party list and choose right from the list. Your consignee and deliver to party comes in the center here. If that party is the same as your buyer, it will default and the information will copy in, or you can turn the toggle off and choose directly from your transaction party list or manually enter your information. All the way to the right here is your Foreign Supplier Verification, or FSV party. You can manually enter this information in. Again, name, DUNS number if you have one, address, your city, state, zip, country code, and then your contact role, contact email, contact name, and contact phone number. You'll also have the option to set this to be the same as one of your other parties, or utilize your Pick Party button to choose from your list of transaction parties. If you choose Same As and you turn the toggle on, the system is going to prompt you to choose what party your FSV is the same as. You'll have your shipper, seller, manufacturer, buyer, and consignee in the list. Down on the left here, you'll be able to record any deductions or additions, including prepaid included, prepaid not included, collect. You'll enter your description. You can see here we have freight in, and then you'll enter your amounts. If you need to add more than one addition or deduction type, you'll simply click on the blue Add button. Another cell will appear. If you need to delete any addition or deduction types, you'll simply put a check mark in the box. Your delete button will turn red and light up. Click that and follow the system prompts. Your line information will come in next here. You can see right here in the center of the screen. If you have a designated product database stored to the system, you can use this new line from product. When you click this button, your product database will populate. You'll simply select the part you're looking for and click on Select Product. If you do not have a product database and you would like to manually enter a line, you can click this new line button here. This will take us to our classification screen. You'll enter in your line details, including your part number, country of origin. If you're claiming any SPIs or trade agreements, you can enter in your gross weight in kilograms or pounds, your number of packages, your unit of measure. You'll enter in your commercial description here, your quantity, unit price, unit of measure, value of goods. This is also where you'll have access to our tariff picker if you don't know your tariff number. If you do know your tariff number, you can manually enter it in, or you can click the double page icon here and utilize the tariff picker to search either by a partial tariff or a keyword. If you have any PGA information, you'll enter it in this PGA information cell here. You'll enter your PGA description and then add PGA. If your tariff number flags for a specific PGA, it will automatically be in the list here. If you are adding a PGA manually, you'll simply select from list. You can see here we have all our options: EPA, FDA, NHTSA, ETF. Once you've entered in all of your line information, you'll come down to the orange plus sign, go back to your parent document. You can see here that our line information that we entered is stored. You'll also have the option to import lines. And to do that, you are going to want to save your Proforma. So utilizing the fob in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, we're going to come up and we're going to click Save. The system will then save all of the information we've recorded so far. And then you'll notice on the left-hand side of the screen here, this taskbar, we have this page with an arrow over it, and when I hover over, it says Import Commercial Invoice Lines. If we click here, it is going to take us to the import screen here. You'll see an orange link, Commercial Invoice Line Template. When we click this link, the system is going to generate a spreadsheet. This is what your spreadsheet looks like here. You'll see you have all of your column headers along the top, your part number, quantity, unit of measure, unit price, all the way to the right here. You're going to record this information under the column header. So for example, column A, you'll record your part number. You'll record your quantity in column B, and then so on and so forth. Unit of measure, your unit price. You can enter in your weight, your number of packages, your package unit of measure, your country of origin, etc. You'll see as you scroll over, you have columns for everything from your description to your manufacturer information. you're going to record all of this information right under the corresponding column. And then you're going to want to save this spreadsheet file, save as. You can store it to your desktop. You can store it to a file folder, wherever you would normally store. Save it. And then you'll have the option to upload it. You can either drag it and drop it into this center cell here, simply grabbing it from your desktop and dropping it in, or you'll have the option to choose from a folder by clicking Browse here. Simply find the spreadsheet you just saved, click it, and it will import. You'll see this green check mark here. You're going to click Import. And you'll see right here, one item updated successfully. So we're going to return to the commercial invoice line editor here. And this brings us back to our main screen here. Once you've entered in all of your information, including your line information here, then you may validate. The system is going to run through the Proforma and check and see if you are missing anything. Any validations will be listed under the double check mark at the top right corner. You can see here, we have a full list of missing validations. You click on the validation and the system will drop you right into that section where you can enter your information. As you can see up top under the check marks here, once you clear a validation, the system clears it out on its own. Once you've cleared out all of your validations, you'll see a message up top here that says there are no validation messages. That means that all of the required information has been entered and you are good to go. And you can come down to your orange fob in the right-hand corner and you can post to broker. You'll also have the option to post to broker under Actions at the top left and Post to Broker.